Welcome, survivors! You guys have had some questions. Now we've got some answers. This is an official Garena Undawn Q&A session. What are the minimum specs for mobile and PC? For the best gaming experience, we recommend the following device specifications. For Android devices, you will need Android 7.0 or above, a minimum of 3 GB of RAM and 15 GB of storage space. iOS devices will require an iPhone 6s or beyond, iOS 11 and above, a minimum of 2 GB of RAM and 15 GB of storage space. If you have a PC, the recommended configuration is a minimum of i5 4430 CPU, 4 GB of RAM, and GTX 660. Anything above this is of course fine. You will also need 20 GB of storage space. For more information, I'll leave a link for you guys in the chat so you can click and check that out. How do I increase my character rating?
What the dog doing?
Wow. The answer to this one is actually very long, but I'll try my best to keep it simple, okay? There are a few ways. Number one, the most simple, most straightforward way is to obtain the enhanced syringes by completing your key achievements as well as obtaining exploration points when you explore the world of Undawn. Number two, obtain camp contribution as well as talent points by completing your daily activities as well as upgrading your skills. Now, talent skills. Consider upgrading the corrosive grenade, the stun grenade, and the foam bomb. For devices, consider upgrading the sentries and the healing device. For passives, you might want to consider upgrading the armor-piercing shell, strong body, and maximum firepower. Camp contribution skills. Consider upgrading lethal wounds, bulletproof, damage amplification, sturdy defense, weapon expert, and weapons defense. Number 3. Look to complete all of your side quests in Undawn to obtain titles which will give you bonus stats. Number 4. Upgrade and update all of your equipment to ensure that they are always on the level of the current server level cap. And of course, the higher the rarity, the better your stats will increase. Now, here's a quick tip for you, okay? Always look to upgrade your equipment to achieve the set effects. Number 5, don't forget to upgrade your drone. Last but not least, go as far as you can in the road to Raven so you can earn bonus stats. How do I upgrade the scavenger role? I promise you, when I first started, I sat by the Raven shelter begging for 2 hours, thinking that that's exactly how I can upgrade or level up my scavenger. Okay, that's not the way. At the moment, there's only one way in the game to level up your scavenger, and that is by doing the daily missions. When you click on the schedule, go to settlement mission. Now, under settlement mission, what you need to do is choose the scavenger settlement. That is the only way to upgrade your scavenger. Completing this quest will grant you 1000 scavenger proficiency. Cool stuff. What are the best graphics settings? As a general rule of thumb, you don't want to be going too high on this so you don't cause any bit of overheating or lag on your device. But if your device does have the processing power, you can max this out. Go ahead and throw it onto cinematic to enjoy the best experience on Garena Undawn. A personal tip from me though, because I play it on PC, iPad, as well as my mobile phone, I kind of know how the game functions on all of the devices, especially when I'm playing on my mobile phone. It has lagged for me. I played on high settings, and whenever it has lagged, my personal experience is the lag only comes after the phone overheats. That is when I introduce this little baby into the equation. I'm not going to show you the front of this. I'm only going to show you the back because I'm not recommending any brands whatsoever. This is a mobile phone cooler. What it does is it's a little mini fridge that cools down your mobile phone. If your phone's not going to overheat, it should not lag. I've tried it. Whenever I use my mobile phone cooler, my phone does not overheat, 0 lags. I still play it on a high setting. Of course, you gotta have your phone plugged in because battery might drain out a little bit quicker if you're on the high settings on mobile. But this is how you overcome that. If you're a content creator, if you're a streamer, this will really help you out. What are the best control settings? Now, this one is 100% in your hands because what Garena Undawn supports is full customization of its user interface, which basically means you can make any of the icons that are on your screen smaller, bigger. You can move them around on your screen. So my personal tip is gonna be hold your phone in your hand and look at how many fingers you play with, whether it's just your thumbs, you've got a 2-finger setup, a 4-finger setup, or a 6-finger claw, maybe just 5 fingers, right? 3 on your left, 2 on your right, whatever your taste is. What you want to do is move those icons, make them a little smaller, bigger, rearrange them to where these fingers can easily access them and don't have anything that's inaccessible easily to your fingers. That's about it. Could you provide a brief heavy weapon guide? Let's go. Essentially, there are 4 main weapons serving different purposes. Number 1, the grenade launcher. Number 2, the heavy machine gun. In third, you've got the sniper rifle. And of course, last but not least, is the biotic rifle. The grenade launcher is geared more towards PvE, assisting you in clearing large waves of the infected. The sniper rifle, on the other hand, is more tailored to PvP, player versus player, with accurate headshots and taking out your opponents in one shot. The heavy machine gun is most suited for clearing bosses that you may encounter in the world of Undawn. And of course, the biotic rifle is a well-rounded weapon that is suited to both support your teammates by healing them as well as simultaneously dealing damage to enemies. Each weapon is tailored to a specific playstyle, but not to worry, because if you do want to use more than one of these heavy weapons, all you need to do is just craft it, keep it in your bag, and switch it at any time. Could you give us a brief crafting guide? Of course. Crafting in Garena Undawn is one of the most essential knowledges you need to have, okay? Why do you need this? If you want to craft better weapons, if you want to craft better armor, if you want to craft the most beautiful homestead in the game, yeah, you need to go out there and you need to farm a little bit. But the question is, if I want a specific armor, if I want a specific weapon or a specific furniture, what items do I need to go out and farm? This is where the pro tip comes in. Check this out. All you need to do, if you ever want to farm something and you see an error message of not enough material, all you need to do is just click Obtain Material, select Tracking List, add the number of items you want to farm for, and then select Set Tracking Target. Now, if you go back to the main screen and click on Event, you will see the list of items, how many you have, as well as how many more you need. This way, you don't need to keep going to your homestead and checking 1,000,001 times exactly what you need to farm more. Now, another pro tip to go into this a little bit more in depth, if there is a specific item, okay, now you know I need this item, but where do I find this item? You don't need to worry. Go back to the Obtain Material, click on the Select Tracking List, click on the specific item that you want to farm, and it will tell you where you can find this item. And that's about it for the question and answer session, guys. Thank you so much, survivors, for tuning in and staying with me all the way up till now. If you do have any further questions, ones that of course were not addressed in this particular video, throw it in the comment section and we will look to answering them as quickly as we can. Stay alive, slay alive. I'll catch you on the next one.